We're
Hey,
live.
welcome back, Joyce. How you
Welcome
doing?
back. Good. How long time no see?
Long time no see. We are back and ready to roll for yet another, what is it? The mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. How did you like it?
Let me just say, I'm wearing my little Tyrese toque, as you can tell.
hmm
No, I, oh,
What was that?
I'm sorry. I hear an echo right now. I think it might be myself.
You're hearing your own self? You're
Yeah, actually, that was odd. Sorry. I think what had happened is that the live feed was opening up in a extra browser. So, are we still
Oh,
good? Are we still live?
yes.
Okay, excellent. Apologize to everyone there for that little awful.
Nobody cares. Nobody's
Yeah,
watching.
nobody cares. No one's watching. No. But yeah, I got to admit, tonight's episode was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Not in what actually, not the context of what happens, but just we wait for a while, and at the beginning, like
Yeah.
of this season, the season premiere was incredible. We were on the edge of our seats. I
Yeah.
don't think I was necessarily looking for kind of the same sort of explosive opening, but I was expecting something a little bit more. What's your take
Yeah.
on it?
Well, I didn't expect what just happened, and I felt like it's unnecessary. And I just felt like it's really slow, and they weren't really talking about really a lot of stuff. Like the stuff they were talking about was just kind of pointless. And then that thing happened. It was just like, okay, I guess you wanted to shock people, but
They
I
wanted
wasn't impressed.
they needed something for this episode. I guess they needed a big kind of showstopper, as they say. But yeah, getting rid of one of your characters in kind of a
Like a
not
pointless,
a pointless death, especially
yeah,
one of the
not heroic death. You know, like he's a hero. I
yeah.
expect him to develop so much more character, but he just never changed or did
No.
anything.
No, he was very the big passive guy. I mean, my feelings towards Tyrese in the past, if I've ever expressed. He's just kind of this big dumb guy who never really really does
Yeah,
anything per se. He just kind of
but
goes with the flow.
he's
He's actually
supposed to
got a
be
good
like the
heart.
best helper for Rick though. That's what I heard for like in the comic book.
Oh, really? Well, oh
Yeah.
yeah, in the comic book, yeah. Actually, in the comic book, Tyrese is essentially Daryl's character. So they just kind
Oh.
of changed that up. And in the television series, they made Tyrese kind of this lumbering, like, well, I don't know about that, Rick. That sounds a little dangerous. Listen here, right here, Tyrese. We're gonna go in and do it. Okay. What's wrong, Rick? It's just, I never really liked Tyrese the character
Yeah.
on television compared to the comic book. But
I
oh
really
well.
thought he could have done something more. Like earlier, me and Andrew were talking about like maybe losing his arm is actually the way to change his character, develop a little bit more to make him stronger.
That's a
But then
great
like
point.
just nothing happened. What?
There's no
Yeah,
time to develop it. Remember, Joyce, it's okay. It's gonna be better now.
it's okay.
I
Just
just
like
before we break down the episode, let me just point out that the director of this episode needs to be fired. I swore they hired some director from the 1990s with just kind of the lame symbolism and flashbacks and sort of the interaction that Tyrese had with his ghosts of the past. The moment
yeah,
he interacted with the governor, and the
yeah.
governor had those projections against the
Oh
wall,
yeah.
it
Oh,
was so
it
clever.
reminded me. Oh, it reminded me of animation festival, like really artsy type.
Yeah. Lame artsy. Like, come on, what are you doing? This is The Walking Dead. There's no time to try your college tricks on this.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like they're trying to have a deep meaning behind it, but they're trying too hard. You
Ultimately,
know?
what was even the message from that? But we'll get into Tyrese's death later on. Let's just kind of, if we can, break down other things that happened this episode, which sadly enough, not too much transpired. We have you know, first off, Tyrese and Noah, like,
Yeah.
it appeared that they were developing a really nice relationship from the
Yeah.
get-go. Like,
Yeah.
driving in, you know, Noah's really kind of down thinking about everything that transpired with Beth, and so Tyrese almost acted like a father. And going into this episode, you
Yeah.
really got a sense that maybe Tyrese is going to be this father role for Noah and kind of
Yeah. He
take
was really
Noah's
helping
missing
him.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was really helping him to go through loss.
Mhm.
That, like when what happened to Terry's before, and he was really feeling like he said he wanted to die, but
Right.
he's trying to tell Noah that's not the way,
Yeah.
and he was really trying to help him. And there's one part when because Noah was crippled, and when he was running away, and
Mhm.
Tyrese couldn't chase him, he couldn't catch him. It's like
It's
he's
like,
crippled.
slow down, Noah. Hang on. Uh,
And then he finally catches him. He's like 2 blocks away. He
right.
finally catches him. Wow.
Well, it's, hey, again, that's Tyrese for you. He's never been that great of a runner or anything else. But he knew how to hammer a hammer.
And you
That's
know
all we
what?
know.
He was staring at the photos, but then like what happened? Like he just what? Like he was staring at why was he staring at the photos? Why did he look like he was so shocked? I thought he had some kind of, I thought he know these 2 kids. Like I
Well,
think those 2 kids were Noah, right? Like
you know, I thought it was two up until
yeah,
we saw the kid zombie,
yeah,
or sorry, the kid
exactly.
walker later on. Because what
Exactly.
I had thought was that Noah had a twin brother. I
Yeah.
mean, it just felt like, oh my gosh, Noah's lost so much, not just his parents, but his
Yeah.
twin brother. Whoa, I was
Yeah.
expecting that, but
Yeah,
it
me too.
turned out to be just some random kid that,
Yeah.
that was there, and
I was
Tyrese didn't.
really conf I was really confused. I thought they were gonna say something, say more about those photos. No
Yeah.
idea what happened. But 'cause
Called
remember
called bad directing, by the way.
Direct.
Copy directing.
I wonder if it was the same director that directed one of the episode from last season, the one that uh,
The
uh
forgettable one that you can't think of right now.
the one with the paintings, like a lot of paintings.
Hmm.
You know
Oh
that one?
yes, yeah, where it
Yeah,
was just confined to the house and they're just observing all the
yeah,
paintings. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I probably not. It just feels like a really weak episode that they've wanted to add more emotion to the loss of Tyrese, but it really falls flat.
yeah,
I can't emphasize enough. I know normally when we have our discussions, we talk about the episode, we talk about what's going to happen, but this just
yeah.
like
It's like it felt like a filler.
on a technical level, this episode just suffers, and so I can't even immerse myself in the story because there ultimately was nothing really there to tell
Yeah.
aside from them getting to Noah's what was the name of the place? Sherwilt is the name
Oh,
of that little
I have no
development.
idea.
I wrote it down. Yeah, Sherwilt, and just finding out that it was devastated, that everything was gone. That's
Yeah,
ultimately it.
yeah.
And
And how Terry's just died, just like that. Because you remember he was a tank. Like when he was trying to get out of that little
that mob of
cabin.
500, yeah. Well,
Yeah, he
100, yeah,
he killed everybody. He killed
yeah.
so many walkers just
Hmm.
by himself. And also, there's another time when he was like really, when he first found out his girlfriend died, and he was really like he was mentally destroyed or whatever, and he was swarmed by walkers, and then he still survived.
Right.
And then he got bit by a little kid zombie.
Yeah. Hey, that kid
What?
was probably all doped up. He probably ate his twin, and when you eat your twin, you gain the strength of that twin, and you become a superhuman. And Tyrese, he didn't
Super,
see that coming. It would have frightened me. I would have been like, ah!
super walker human
Super
walker.
walker humans. Clearly, because Tyrese wasn't able to take him down, so,
No, no. And he feed his arm again to the other walker.
Right. Yeah.
See, this is what I don't get. Like, see, if it's real life, everybody would have super armor. They would duct tape themselves all around their body, and
It's
just
exactly.
yeah, they can just be armors. Just bite this arm. Like,
Go ahead. But it just fell apart. You know, the other thing I was just trying to think, if we could deviate to any other parts of the episode, but this was solely concentrated on Tyrese's crazy flashbacks,
yeah,
and because everything that was happening with Glenn and Rick, like their little
hmm
chat, was just how they were gonna shoot Officer Don, who shot
yeah,
Beth,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
know it was just kind of a tired conversation that kind of went nowhere. The
yeah,
only person to kind of rein it in was Michonne, who
yeah.
was essentially like the audience, just like, you two have gone too far. You two have been out here for too long. Come on,
she,
let's.
she looked really dramatic when she said that. She was
She's got the nose flaring like, you guys have been out here too long.
I felt really
You
bad
don't even
making
know,
fun of
man.
her,
Ah,
but she really did. She did the thing.
I get that. The flaring of the nose, yeah, it's great.
I saw that too.
Well, you know, when all of those guys are just talking about how they would have killed Don, then you
Yeah,
know you gotta go and bring, you know, someone's got to be the leader because it clearly
yeah,
ain't Rick anymore.
yeah.
I
Someone
mean,
gonna be the good person.
yeah,
Yeah,
and, good old Michonne. That's why
yeah.
she's my favorite character next to Carol.
Yay!
So
Oh man, you saw those torsos? No, those
yeah,
legs, right?
towards the end there, when Michonne had just
Yeah,
expressed that we have a way of maybe bunkering off this place. You know, we could fortify by taking the garage and, you know,
yeah,
building a better fence.
yeah.
So, how do you
What's
think?
up?
Do you think people were disposing bodies before, like people that were bit? They just kind of took their torsos and collected them to burn it later,
No,
or
someone
were they
crazy.
going to use it as a weapon later on? Da-na-na.
Just psychopath.
Yeah. D-
Apparently. Oh, I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, now the only salvageable thing in this episode is the theory of what were they going to do with those torsos, because they kept them alive for a reason.
I feel like they're just someone that's psychopath that did that.
Possibly.
I don't know.
But who are we gonna see later on?
Well,
Do you possibly know of somebody
there,
in the near future in the comic that might be doing that?
maybe.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
I know
Did
that you don't like spoilers.
I don't want to spoil too much. I think now that I'm thinking about it, did they have suggested markings on their face? Like, did
Huh?
somebody inscribe numbers or something? It was super super brief. We never really got a chance to look at it, but I noticed that there was something different about their faces. I think I
Really?
almost have to go back and watch the episode again.
Really? For
Yeah,
those torsos?
yeah.
Hmm.
I could be wrong,
You're
but
wrong. No, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at it too.
mm, and
Maybe.
we'll ponder that for the next time that we kind of meet up.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm really disappointed in this episode.
Yeah.
If this had been midway through the season or a couple episodes
Yeah.
in, I probably
I'll
wouldn't
be
have been
okay.
as bad. But
Yeah.
it's been months without our Walking Dead fix.
I know.
So if you're gonna give it back to me, I need a strong, something potent to keep me going.
I really thought there's gonna be more actions, like more
Yeah,
explosions. I expect way too much because I remember the first episode for the season, and I love that episode. It's
it
just
was
so much
it
happening.
was exactly what we all wanted. We've been waiting for a long time, and they
Yeah.
gave us something awesome.
Yeah.
So, well, I hope that things kind of pick up now that Sasha,
So
Oh, go
yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
Sasha. Yeah, I was gonna talk about how when I was watching Tyrese getting bit, I just first thought just cut your own arm off, just do it, just cut it.
Mhm.
But then like he was waiting, and when his face got all like you can tell like he's dying and like pale, getting pale, and when they come back and they're trying to cut his arm again, I'm like, there's no way he's gonna live. Like I really thought maybe they're gonna try to like develop his character a little bit more, but he shouldn't live. Just because like he's the venom probably already went through his blood like stream,
Absolutely.
and he probably
Right.
already gone.
Right.
So
Because with Herschel, it was very immediate. It
yeah,
was kind of the
yeah,
smart thinking of Rick.
yeah,
If you recall, he got bit like immediately, and then Rick with his hatchet, he just went right at it. They were
yeah,
quick. With this,
yeah,
there was plenty of time for Tyrese to go delusional and think about things
yeah.
and contemplate his
I was
life.
just like,
There's no way that he could have
it's so
survived.
stupid. Like, because normally what they do is they go around, like when they go into a house, they check every single room and then see if it's clear. They
Right,
do this thing, they clear. Like
right.
even their like what's that kid's name? Carl.
Girl, are
Carl.
you talking
Carl.
about Girl?
Even he does that. And Tyrese, he's supposed to have experience. He's supposed to have experience,
A
and
lot of
he
things.
didn't.
Yeah, a lot of things in this episode, again, going back on the technical thing, it just feels like the writer, no, it just feels like the writer did these things because they're like, okay, we're going to get rid of Tyrese. All right, let's just make sure
In an
this happened
artsy
and this
way.
happened. Yeah, yeah, in an artsy, fantastical way. And that's not the case. I mean, like it's things that they know offhand, as you mentioned before, they should have cleared the room. Tyrese is much stronger. He easily should have taken that. Like that kid weighed no bigger than like 20 pounds. He was like a lightweight. He
Exactly.
should have given him one strong stroke, and that kid would have been flying across the
And
room.
he hurt the kid. Didn't he? Didn't he
Not
realize?
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Huh?
Even myself, I was thinking that I'm like, oh, they're gonna do that whole it's Noah, but it's I don't know. I don't know.
And I just can't believe it. Like just right away. Because last episode Beth died. This episode right away Tyrese died.
Well,
And
let's
I'm
do a
just like,
great comparison between the death of Beth and Tyrese and why it felt even more emotional with Beth in comparison to Tyrese. Now, with Beth, she had had that animosity with Dawn all throughout, and we
mhm.
hated Dawn. We saw all the seedy, shifty things that Dawn had done. We've seen how we've seen Beth grow we've seen a huge arc in her.
Yeah,
She's not that weak little mouse anymore or that weak little girl. She's stronger now. She's independent. And of course, when she goes to leave, it came down to a big showdown of,
yeah,
exchanging the prison cops or the captured cops for Beth.
yeah.
And,
But
and we just weren't expecting that. And
e- even when Beth was killing her, I kind of felt like it was a pointless death. Like what she did.
don't get
She
me
didn't
wrong,
have.
it is pointless, but
Yeah,
why it resonates so much harder is because it's
yeah,
so sudden and it's
yeah.
so needless and
And
it
also
hurts because
she's so important. Like everybody was going there to find her to save her,
right,
and then she still died. And
yeah,
that's what made it so dramatic. And also for Maggie, she knows that she's gonna see her sister again, and the she didn't even get to see her for the last time. So
mhm,
that was a big deal. And for Daryl, for Noah, for everybody, it was a big deal.
yeah.
But for this one, just
This one, it just we never really wanted anything per se for Tyrese to gain. Like he wasn't trying to get away. It just happens. It's
yeah,
such a dismissible death, and
yeah,
it's unfortunate that we couldn't do something a little bit more with it. I wish he
yeah.
could have died a little bit more
They could
as a
have, yeah.
hero or something. It's I don't know.
They
I'm
didn't even
just
give
upset.
him. They didn't even give him a second last biggest big scene or whatever.
Proper send off or anything,
Yeah,
or at least saving. If he had saved Noah, and
yeah,
okay, here we go. Here's Mark's make things better as a writer. As we had developed the fact that Noah and Tyrese have this father-son relationship, what should have happened is that during Noah doing something, Tyrese sacrifices himself to save him,
yeah,
kind of closing this relationship that they've been developing all throughout the show. But instead, what we get is this I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to write this episode. We'll just have a projection up against the wall of images. That'll be artsy. The kids will like that. It'll
And
be
then
like an
Tyrese just
Instagram.
and, and Tyrese died because he was zoning out
Yeah,
in the zombie apocalypse.
exactly, exactly. Let's have him talk to the governor. That'll make the scene better. Right, kids?
Have
You
all
kids
the
like the
people come
governor?
back.
I know, right? Uh.
It's kind of cool though. We know that they're hallucination character or ghosts, but then in real life they're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Well,
got all these actors back. That's kind of cool though.
yeah, that's kind of cool. It's good to see.
Yeah.
Hey, it was great to see the girls there again. Oh my gosh, I forget their names.
What?
It's been too
Oh,
long.
you mean which one?
The girls, the two sisters, and I forget their
Oh,
names. I
Mika and
apologize.
Lizzie.
Thank you. Yeah, it
Yes.
was nice. It was nice to see them again.
Yeah.
Lizzie's my
Oh,
favorite.
yeah.
If you
Oh, that's weird.
no. I meant like, well, you let me finish. You cut me off. Lizzie's my favorite because of the animated video that I had worked on. So
Oh,
do the voice of Lizzie. So in
yeah.
anime,
It's fun.
you cut me off, and now it's all dirty. And he's like, oh, Lizzie's your favorite? Oh, you sick mother. No, no.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Well, it is kind of cool though. But at the beginning of the episode, I saw them,
Mhm.
like I saw Mika, had like her tummy was all like bloody, and I was like, whoa, what is happening? Like I really definitely felt like something was happening. And then they kind of did this thing like, at the end, that's what happened at the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
It's what they call a foreshadow. Hey, writers, you did something right. It's called a foreshadowing. Anyway, yeah,
Foreshadowing.
yeah. But sorry, I hate I hate being so bitter. But I'm blaming this entirely on the writers. This is probably the first out of our Walking Dead chat that I'm breaking the fourth wall and saying my disappointment on everyone behind the scenes. Shame on them, guys.
Oh my gosh.
This episode, out of 10 walkers, this gets 4.
4 walkers? Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Out of 10?
Almost
That's
at a
pretty good.
pass.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you out of 10 walkers? Hey, by the way, you know what? I completely forgot we didn't put up our banners at all.
Oh,
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 talk about
whatever.
being unprofessional. We're
Whatever.
unprofessional as well. I
Well,
feel
next time.
next time. Next time we'll get that up. So, oh well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I wish
oh,
that was vodka. Well, here's the
oh.
Tyrese, I guess. Clickety cloud, clink.
Oh,
Ah,
here.
single tear, single tear. Oh
Just
well.
half. I
So
didn't cry.
yeah, nor did I. If
I
anything, I was
didn't feel
just more
anything.
so. Yeah, I was
Such a
very.
waste. But then when you
Well,
think about it, like that guy that he didn't try to kill. You know that guy?
right. Yes.
Yeah. He was right. What if he did kill him? This whole thing won't happen probably. Nothing. The whole season. Wait. Yeah.
Just
Last.
yeah.
It. It.
The whole beginning of the season, the whole
Yeah.
domino things possibly
It. It
worked
won't
out a little
happen.
bit better, maybe.
Bob won't die.
Well, we don't
Wait.
know.
No. Yeah. No. Bob won't die because he won't know where they were.
Well, Bob wouldn't have died because I'm sure they would. Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't have known where they were, and
But
people.
no. Bob will still die because he got bitten, but he won't be eaten.
Right.
He won't get.
Right. Oh my gosh, I have to think more about
But then, yeah, I actually like the idea that he was eaten, so that I know the walker meat is actually better,
it.
tastes better. I don't know.
It's a treat that can't be beat, but oh well.
Yeah.
Well, sadly enough, I guess that kind of wraps up today's episode. I actually
Yeah.
the main reason why I'm kind of wrapping it up, I will be flying off to Japan in a few
Yay!
hours. So
What?
yeah, so
Two
I'll be
hours?
in a few hours. I'll
Few
be taking,
hours.
yeah, yeah, I'll
Because
be
you said
taking.
you're leaving at 10, right?
Yes.
Sweet!
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Eat a
go
lot.
off and do that. Was that?
Eat a lot.
I will. I will. I look forward to my yummy ramen. That's the one thing about Japan that I absolutely adore. But in any event, which that sadly means that I will be missing next week's episode, and I know everyone
Of
that's now
course.
tuning into our Who's chat. See,
What?
without my banner, I don't even know the name of our show anymore. Who's ready to chat?
Who's ready for
Who's
this
ready to chat? Walking
chat?
Dead edition.
I
Singles
don't even
here.
remember.
So yeah, but I promise that not next week, but the next week Sunday we will get together and we will cement our
Yes.
chat. We will have the banners. We will be professional again.
Yeah.
Unlike the people of today's episode of The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
we will know what we're doing.
You know what? We're not professional today is
No,
because the episode was bad.
exactly. We just wanted the camera on so we could just rant about how much we dislike this
Yes.
episode. I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what? F it, Joyce. Just whatever. Just turn on the cameras. I want to tell my frustration over this. I can't
Just
believe it.
just want to tell the frustration.
Exactly. I want the internet to know and feel and relate. But in any event. So, but with that, all you beautiful people out there, if you also felt the same way, write something in the comments in our live
The
stream
comment
below or
below.
questions. We'll answer it on the next episode, which as I mentioned will be in two weeks from now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and we'll be up again.
Yeah.
But Joyce, where can the beautiful people find you?
They can find me right here. Who's ready? Blah blah blah. YouTube thingy. Just I'm this channel. Where can people find you?
Well, if the good people want to find me, they can go to the Real MG channel. That's my YouTube channel. I have a whole series of animated parodies on movies, TV, and life. Go check them out, laugh. And you can also find my Twitter account, which is the Real MG channel. So check that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Joyce, I had an awesome time even though our episode wasn't that good, or their episode wasn't that good.
Their
Shame
episode.
on you, Carol. I'm looking at you. See how she's pointing at me? I'm pointing at her, girl. You better clean
Oh,
that stuff up
but
for
now
us
it's
next time.
Michelle.
Now it's Michelle. What's up? And now it's Maggie and Glenn. Even Maggie in this photo, she's like, "What the hell was that episode? Was that really
And look
up
at Rick's
there?"
face.
And Rick is ticked, and everyone here, they're all giving their visual disparage towards this show, towards that episode.
Yeah.
Sloppy. All right.
Okay, they're all confused now.
Yeah, exactly. Even Tyrese, she's like, "Don't forget about me. I'm back."
Okay.
Anywho, okay. Well, thanks again, Joyce.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
We'll see you in 2 weeks. I will see
absolutely.
you in 2 weeks.
Take care, man.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.